Yo, it's Flip Life Lockdown. We're live. It's episode 9. And myself, Nova Flip, Abby K is in the building.
We're here.
So today we're gonna last show I put out a clip today. Me and Big Ben was talking on the last show about all the versus battles that have been going on. So we thought we should do a show about that. And we was talking about what UK hip hop like, and by that I hate separating it into this kind of UK hip hop scene, the old school kind of UK hip hop scene that I guess I'm a part of, like the quote unquote. I don't like separating the mainstream stuff to that, but people involved in it, especially from way back, they kind of some of them do like to separate it, and they like to have this as their own little thing. So
they're not in the new school thing. They're just like
some of them might be, but they still like to kind of just have the acknowledge that we had a specific scene that was called UK hip hop, and then like the new guys, Gigs and that, and all of them kind of guys, they call them UK rap, and they kind of separate it.
Ain't the same thing.
It's not my way of doing things, but I do acknowledge that it exists, that there was a scene there's still people that are from that scene and new artists even that have come up under that, that call themselves UK hip hop. And I was just thinking who from that scene, because it's not as like a mainstream scene as any of the others, as grime, as UK rap, as drill. It's not as current, it's not as mainstream, but it's still bubbling. So I was kind of like, who can do these versus battles in that scene? And I see a few people talking about it. Genesis Elijah was talking about it, and then 2 rappers. So we spoke about it just off the cuff last week, and then there was 2 rappers, and we mentioned that they were doing it. But yeah, Bag and Phoenix Da Icefire, who are from that scene, like they were like respected rappers in the UK hip hop world that are also like current, active, been around for a while, but not like a lot of the people in that picture that I shared earlier, not as long as all of them. And they took the plunge and put their battle together. So I'm glad that we've managed to get them to come on here today and do a little
I'm excited.
Yeah. But
it's got a lot of people talking. We've had loads of comments on who people think they like should battle and stuff. So it's quite cool.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people, and I'm banned from Facebook, so we're a bit worried.
But like all the times.
I'm not of all the times. I know. Like, I'm so mad, and you hurted me up in the group because I put a thing saying I'm going to intentionally get banned today, and I started going on in the politics group and telling people suck their mom. Like I was just in a funny mood because these people in the group, these like racist and right-wing idiots, were just pissing me off. So I just started running them. You've
got other groups.
Yeah, I've got other groups to do that in.
No, you've got other groups that you don't want to be banned off Facebook, so that you can kind of deal with your groups, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I know. I just want. That was my own group I was doing it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm with you. But and then like I forgot about that, and then I started planning these shows, and then I was like, cool. And then like fuck, the ban came days later for a whole different reason because I've said that Donald Trump was white trash.
No lies there though.
But be careful on YouTube. We don't want to get the YouTube video banned. But
no, joking. Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like I said it in context with a debate, like about the meaning of the term white trash, and people were talking about the meaning. It was proper a joke. You know what I'm saying? Even if I think it's true or not. Where the hell is Ben though? Ben can't just be turning up late like this today.
He said he was going to be late though.
Did he?
No,
he didn't say he was going to be late.
To hot him up now.
Yeah. I'm going to hot him up now.
I say I'm going to be late. Like, I don't just roll in when I feel like it. What is this?
It's not letting me. Oh, yeah. I'm not even. I thought I was in a group, but I'm just on his actual thing. So, have you watched any of these clashes? I said last time I hadn't watched any, and I've just been catching up.
I've seen little clips, but to be honest, I haven't. I think like every time these big clashes have been on, like
late night, man.
Yeah, I've missed some of them, but I have seen clips of it. So like, yeah, I know like Jill Scott and Erica were fire. I know, obviously Beanie was fire. Like I know, like most clashes are because.
Yeah, it's fun. It's jokes. I didn't watch none of them, but I watched the Beanie Man and Bounty Killer one because I just knew and we talked about that last time. He's saying, "Oi, like he's waiting to join." He might have been sitting there for time. I don't know.
Like a, whoa.
And
Had it.
let B in. B, I know B's been watching these things. What are you saying, B?
I'm saying, but hold on, my hairline ain't civilized. Hold on, let me just.
Man's 5 minutes late, and you're the only one that's been watching all these battles. Like you're the expert. You know?
I've been watching listen, I tried to come in 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
I've been on the side of the thing.
I didn't fuck it.
I've been watching it from the beginning though. I ain't gonna lie. Still, I was just rolling up. I was trying to be civilized.
You didn't see Boy 3 minutes ago though, did you?
No, once you lot started talking about me, I was like, all
right. Okay. So, boy, I was just saying that I only watched the Bounty Killer one first, and then I'm catching up on the others today. But I just knew, like you said last week, yeah, the clip I put up today, you was like, yo, the Jamaicans are about to get involved, and you want everyone to go back and re-battle. Everyone who's battled so far with the same energy that these men are about to do it with. And obviously, you was completely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no way.
Oh, my
Police turned up. You know what I'm saying? The man are running.
It was like a movie. Listen, I'm telling you, Nova. I hating on you and my cousin Precious, yeah, because that was the first ones you lot have watched, yeah, and none of the rest have been that lit.
Yeah,
not even close. Not even like that one was beginning to end. The end was a different vibe in the beginning. It had its own story. It was dope, man. It was just dope.
Dope. That was fire.
When Bounty dipped as well. Oh, I was cracking up.
Yeah, when the police come, and my man just dipped out, like he was just gone.
He really had that I got Warren's face.
Yeah. Beanie was hilarious, though. Obviously, Bounty is just hilarious anyway. Like, he's a mad character, yeah. But Beanie was killing me with certain things he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
cracking me up.
Like, with his little stories, the way he spoke to the police, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, yo, don't be that guy, innit? And just run him out.
Don't.
I'm really sad because I don't think it can be topped. I think that's really.
Well, I don't know, innit? I think the only thing that can top it is another Jamaican one, innit? I'm saying people were like, yo, people were like in the Verzuz team, like, yo, get Capleton and Sizzler, innit? Like, just make it happen.
That's why today when we was asking the grime question, I was thinking them man do have an energy as well.
Yeah, they could do that. I think that opened it for them. That's why I'm like, because no one's done a grime one. We're like UK hip hop, and people are, look, we got G-Bag and Phoenix Da Icefire coming. They're doing it. Like, I ain't seen no one doing a grime one. Although I read that Skepta and J5, J Huss's producer, did a beat battle one already.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I didn't watch that though. Still, I didn't watch that.
I watched quite a bit of the Jill Scott and Erica one today, yeah. And I wanted to watch that live, so that one's the one. I was probably the one I was most excited about. And I remember tweeting. What?
I was gonna say I either want it to be Jill Scott and Erica Badu vibe, where you're lighting the incense and the shea butter, rubbing in the shea butter, and you're drinking CMOS straight. Or I want it pure war. I don't want that.
Like one or the other. You see Skepta's comments though during the Beanie and Bounty one.
No, I
wasn't. He was rinsing. Like, he was rinsing Beanie a lot. Like, when man was doing girl songs, he was just like, raw, man can't bring this to the war and all of that. Like, like anything soft, he was like, nah, this ain't this. Like, bring the war. And then when the war thing, when the man started going back to back, he was going mental. Like, he was cracking me up the whole way through.
You know what it is though? What's crazy in that battle, I felt like the girl songs didn't really drop. Like he played the Maya song.
They didn't like it's like, because it's a different vibe. It's not the same kind of war thing they used to do before. They had the exact right balance of this is a thing where you play your songs, so it can be a different kind of song thing, and they'll drop that, but still have the little banter of going at each other in between, and then the actual bit where you really go for war, then the house like rhythm, they just covered it on all bases, man. And yeah, I don't know, man. I can't see no one topping it. But the other vibe you mentioned, the Jill Scott thing, I was excited about that, and then I didn't end up watching it. But I remember I tweeted like, in the build-up, I was like, yo, who gets to play, what is it? You Got Me. That was called by Roots, yeah?
That's how they started.
And I was like, yo, I was busting a joke, like, who gets to play that? Because it's Erykah Badu singing on it, but Jill Scott wrote it. But I didn't know the story behind that. That it's kind of like, she was talking about it as if it was like her breakthrough into the industry.
Yeah, me neither.
But I didn't know that. And the fact they started with that record and they both played it back to back, like different versions. And Jill Scott played a version of herself doing it live where she on the spot had to do it because Erykah was caught in traffic. And she said that moment changed her whole life. Like,
that gave her a career. Yeah.
I was just like, wow, this is so deep to listen to, man. And that's the artist, like, I don't know, man. It's hard to say there was any winner in that one, because it's such a like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those ones there, especially like even really no. Teddy Riley won that one still, but like some of them, there's no real winner in it. Some of them, like it's just, and most of them really, it's just bigging up both artists because they're both legends in all of the ones I've watched. I ain't watching them.
Obviously, the Beanie and Bounty one was like, yo, I put a thing up in it. Like 70% said Bounty won, and to me, we're talking in a group, and I was like, this is a shutdown. I kept saying it's a shutdown. Bounty's killed this, but then
Beanie kept coming back. That's what I was saying. Beanie kept coming back. Listen, but the thing is, but in my opinion, Bounty won that, innit?
He won. But they did the back-to-back thing, and then Beanie tried to go, that's my song, by the way. Yeah, I'm taking that one. But I was thinking, nah, because like Bounty won that little section even. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because when he come on after, and what it is I was thinking like, because Beanie can clash too. It's not like he's not been in war. So he's got war songs and he got the hits. He might. That's why he was on him. But Bounty is built for war. Like he's built for it. And he was just mad entertaining as well. He was just killing it. Like, he was just,
shout out Gleam on the comments. He said, yeah, Warlord won. Warlord won it from if the girl wants sweetness, go Beanie. He said that early near the beginning.
And from the first, he started the shade. He was like, you should have listened to Bobby Digital. You should have stuck with the girl song. Hey,
cool. Like, G-Bag's ready to come on. I'm trying to bring these men on about past here. We've only got a few minutes, but there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. There's a couple of news things. We ain't got time to cover them. Maybe we will at the end. Obviously, Dominic Cummings and this whole madness going on there. Madness. That's crazy. But this Jay-Z thing, have you seen this Jay-Z thing? The Jay-Z was on Instagram Live the other day.
No.
Oh my God. What? I just like, he was on Young Guru, his engineer Young Guru's on Instagram Live, yeah? And I don't know who this guy is. He's talking to this guy, yeah, whose Insta is called The Bullets, yeah? Bullets spelled a bit weird. His name's, like, and this guy's obviously big in the industry. Like, he's got things with Khaled on his live, and he's English. When I'm saying talking as an English guy, I think it's some kind of musician or person in the industry these people all know. He goes on a live with Young Guru and just starts having a breakdown and starts talking about how they was at some bigger music event and his leather backpack with the aloe vera toilet paper in it got stolen. And he's just bugging about how he needs his aloe toilet paper.
Oh, no, but that's an internet thing, though.
What do you mean?
Up there, celebrities are doing that. Like, it's part of some big thing. I've seen, who did I see? I think I saw Chrissy Teigen doing it.
Doing what?
Or the dude from the Bullets.
Doing what? Well, this is his thing's called The Bullets. Is that his thing?
Yeah, The Bullets. Yeah. This aloe vera thing. It's like a story that they're doing.
So like, what's The Bullets?
From celebrity to celebrity to celebrity.
Like even his logo even says The Bullets. So what's The Bullets?
That's that guy. I don't know. I just remember he's an English guy, I think.
Yeah, that's him. Well, that's the guy I'm talking about. He's there.
John Prove says he's Seal's brother.
Okay.
But I know he does better stuff with Jay Electronica. I remember that back in the day. But I don't know.
He's just bugging, yeah. In the team. And then Jay-Z starts talking in the background. Jay-Z's like in the room, but he just didn't realize it. It's like, yo, what's going on, man? And like, man's like going, Jay, come to the camera, like, let me see you. And he's like, nah. And he's like waving his hand like that. He's like, nah, but you can hear me, like. Starts trying to talk him through because he's just bugging, isn't it? And then when he realizes Jay's there, he starts going, yo. He starts going into some deep thing about how Jay is the best rapper of all time and how he memorizes his lyrics, yeah? Just boosting him up for ages. He's like, just listen, I'm building up to something. And then he goes, the reason I wanted to say that is because you got a good memory. So he goes, so I got a good memory too. And it was you that stole my toilet paper. starts accusing Jay. He's like, you're the man with everything, but you can't have one. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You don't like. What do you get the man who has? What?
He's been doing. I don't know. It's a game that they're playing on Instagram. This toilet paper, aloe vera toilet paper.
So he's just fucking around with these man.
I don't know what the other part was about Jay-Z having a breakdown.
No, Jay-Z's not having a breakdown. It's like people have been posting this as if it's my man having a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he is bugging. It seems like he's bugging. You know what I'm saying?
It's some in joke. I ain't really paid enough attention, but I've seen him do it with other people. That's why I know he did it with more than just Jay. He's done this aloe vera toilet paper thing, and I see other people doing it as well.
I'm gonna have to go and watch it. And then he goes, and then, look, Sean proves that it's all about who killed Rex Mills, yeah? But this is what happens later on. So Jay's like, yo, you're bugging. Jay's like, you're bugging. And they're getting vexed with him, yeah? And they're going, you got to calm down. I'm going to show you how I'm a good friend. I'm here. And Jay's like, yo, I'm going to call you on the phone, yeah? And he keeps bugging, like, you don't ever answer my calls. What do you mean you're going to call me? You're not going to call me. Like, it seems very serious. And then Jay goes to him, look, he goes, go and find out who killed Rex Mills. Yeah, because once you find out who killed Rex Mills, like if you want to find out where your toilet paper is, go and research who killed Rex Mills. Yeah, but what he's basically saying is by the time that you find out who killed Rex Mills, you won't care about your toilet paper no more. He's just sending them on an errand, on a, do you know what I'm saying? But then Young Guru starts bugging out like, yo, I don't like that name being mentioned on my live. And it will get some more, and then they end up cutting it off. It's a mad, bro. It's really, really, really strange thing. But it's hilarious. Jay, halfway, like towards the end though, like Jay starts bugging, like laughing, and he goes to the guy. He's like, "Yo, wait a minute, yeah," because he's saying he needs a little toilet paper. Like he can't use normal toilet paper. And my man's like, "Yo, have you not wiped your bum since that event?" I was like, "Right, Jay got shade on."
Yo, I need to watch this. I need to know who the fuck Rex Mills is as well. I don't know none of this. The internet's just doing too much.
I'm looking at the Bullets page and his bio says who killed Rex Mills in capitals.
You see what I'm saying? There's too much going on the internet. Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey and Doja Cat got cancelled in the same.
Yeah, I see that. We're gonna have to get to those ones. So G-Bag is ready. Let me just bring him in, but let me just check if Phoenix is ready. I'm gonna tell him ready when you are. And let's bring him.
I had to show and prove, dropping all the jewels.
Yeah, show and prove will know all of these details. He's probably looking at us thinking, right, you man don't know shit.
I know. we should get him in the gossip corner. And tell us what's going on the internet because we're old.
Here we go. We got both of the men of the hour jumping in.
Good man.
Yes, G.
Yeah.
What one?
Good.
G-Bag in the building.
Yeah, bless man.
I'm just adding up Phoenix Da Icefire as well. So we've just been catching up, yeah, with we're just catching up on a crazy Jay-Z story that happened this week. But we've been chatting about these versus battles in general, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the ones that's been going on that as well?
Yeah, I've seen a couple. I think the only ones I've seen live, like properly at the same time, was the Nelly and Ludacris.
Okay, no, I ain't watched that one.
You know.
And for me, that was an unfair matchup anyway. Because when I heard the lineup, that ain't fair.
Yeah. I forgot about that one, because that was such a duppy. I completely forgot about it. Nelly's Wi-Fi connection lost that battle before it started.
Oh, jeez, you killed it.
Oh, we got that in the building as well. What I wanted to say, it's so hard to fit everything in, but I wanted to touch on like where did this all start before I brought you guys on as well, is that like because this was long before the lockdown has made this thing popular, but
yeah, I
think the first one was if I'm Big Ben will probably correct me, but was it Timberland and
Swiss
who did the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did like a 5-hour one. It was, and that one surprised me as well because Swizz had more energy. Swizz had the screw face energy, whereas Timbo was just kind of happy-go-lucky. And that's why I realized battle thing ain't really about who's better. It's just about how you do it in the moment, innit? Like, because I think Timberland is better than Swizz still. None of these battles have changed my mind about nothing as well. I want to let you know that. Like,
even Timberland's better than Swizz, man. But yeah, so they started it, and did they run it? Did they run this Verzuz TV channel and all of that?
They run the channel. I almost missed the Bounty Killer Beanie one because they did it on the Verzuz channel instead of their own ones, and more time it's been on people's own channels.
Yeah. That's what I didn't get when I tuned into that. But that was sick having them in a room. But let's talk to you, man. Still, what made you think to want to do one? I think G-Bag, I saw your post. I don't know if that's where it started, but just take us to where it kind of started putting this together.
Do you mind if I start that?
Yeah, let him talk then.
Straight.
All right, basically, I tell you straight, yeah. From the time that me and my crew, Triple Darkness, we came out, like, in fact, even before that, when I first, this was before Triple Darkness became Phalanx Heresy, yeah. This was before Phalanx Heresy became Triple Darkness, yeah. I saw Cyrus and I saw Nashir on the stage. I was like, yo, nobody is actually did. There was a speaker's corner and nobody was like getting it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this whole scene needs a shake up. You know what I mean? And that's when I decided, to just put my all into just bringing them into the space. And we was the record label that put them out. And it was like, yo, we need to set the bar high, man. We need to reset the levels. You know what I mean? And when we was coming out, and just looking back on the essence of hip hop and battling and that competitiveness, you know what I mean? Like the scene just felt very, very like too friendly for me. Do you know what I mean? Too friendly. And I was like, you know what, all this friendly thing ain't doing nothing for nobody, because steel sharpens steel. And it is the sparks when the steel hits the steel that generates the freaking movement, the energy, the vibration. I was a grime MC. I was a grime MC like way before all of this. And
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that either.
Oh, you didn't know that?
It's all coming out now, boy.
I used to spit in a crew with I used to be called Fatal Assassins, and I used to spit with P Money, Firma D, who's now Funky D. Are you gonna bang though, that brother?
Yeah.
Blacks, Little D. And what I loved about it is the battling element. I loved the battling element. And then like it got to the point where, I became a Nawapian and I started learning a lot of different things. And I was like, all of this stuff that I've learned is too big to fit in this small container, which is grime.
Mm-hmm.
It's too small to fit in that container. And when we got to the whole hip hop thing, it was like, yeah, I love the battling element. But when we started putting out projects, I'm like, nah, this is too softly. So really, just fast forward into where we are right now, I was like, you know what, yeah? I got an album out right now. This is my best album that I've put out, yeah? And I've set the bar very high. For those who haven't heard of it or ain't heard it yet, you need to go and check that. You need to go and check Panacea. I set the bar very high. I was listening to the scene. Every man's coming out. Same thing, the same old, just the same story. I'm seeing people creating from a very small, tiny box and just getting better at describing that small, tiny box in greater detail. They're not expanding themselves as people in order to create something new. So after I put out this album, I was like, you know what? Nobody's fucking hearing me, man. I'm going to have to start swinging swords and taking off people's head, man, and start creating some friction. Go on.
I heard him, brother, because I saw him in a post on Instagram, and he was like, yeah, I want to battle anyone, I'll take on anyone, I'm like, okay, I know Phoenix anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was something that I've always thought about doing. When Phoenix say it, I was like, wow, we're on the same wavelength. Only difference is that he's voicing it out. I wasn't really voicing it out. So I just jumped to the plate, innit? I just thought, okay, let's do this then, P. Me and you then. Whatever, innit?
So how is this gonna run? Is it gonna run like the versus battles that have been going on right now? So you're gonna go tune for tune, or you like battling like
No. P, if you wanna answer that, it's tune for tune.
Yeah, it's gonna be a track for track thing. Really what I love about the whole versus thing is it's about a man's catalog. It's a good way, it's a good way to have a recap. Yeah, for those who have missed any of these artists, is a good way to kind of recap on where man is and really let the music speak for itself. That's what I love about this. We're gonna be battling, I think it's 15 tracks. We're going 15 tracks each.
Okay, shit. Yeah. A lot of them are 10, innit? That's big. Do you know what? Just to touch on that, like what's sick with these other battles that's been going on, I think the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu one, they said that their streaming numbers tripled since they've done that battle. Do you know what I'm saying? And even on our little level with what we're gonna do, I'm sure that's gonna I'm gonna watch you lot's battle, and then I guarantee afterwards I'm gonna go and listen to all of them projects on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Even if I heard them before, or I'm gonna be like, let me go bump that one again. You know what I'm saying? So on that level, it's a very, very good look.
It's good for the scene, man. It's good for the scene.
Can I ask on a level in between, on the spectrum in between Jill Scott and Erykah Badu and Stingstagram 2020, Beanie versus Bounce.
You say Stingstagram?
Stingstagram 2020. What's the energy of this thing gonna be?
Whoa, boy. We're this is, we're brothers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we're swordsmen, and G-Bag being a champion of EO dub freaking battler warrior on the fucking mic. Like, we're just gonna be bringing our A game, man. I'm gonna be swinging my sword, and he's gonna be swinging his sword like a boxing match. And it's like we're gonna hug each other afterwards. But but we are swinging. This ain't a joke.
But the joke thing is that you got a bigger catalog than me.
I was gonna ask how many albums you both got, or projects, or whatever it may be.
He's got more than me.
I got about 9. I got Baptism Under Fire, Terminal Velocity, The Quantum Leap, Silver Casket. I got Wayne Scarab Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've got Panacea. I got Cinematic that's dropping. So I'm gonna be pulling that out.
He come like who naming his kids.
You know what though? 9 is a lot. Not a lot of people got 9 projects. I think I got 9. Or I might even have 10. But they're over like wild periods of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, no, because you should, because you know what I mean. You go way back.
Yeah. So how much projects you got, G-Bag?
Me, I haven't got a lot. I've only got I got an album coming out next month, and that's my 3 albums I got and 1 EP.
EP. Yeah, but that's a body of work. That's a respectable body of work, because a lot of people haven't even done that, or people do 1 and even doing a second is hard work. So yeah, man.
But for me, it's quality over quantity. You get me? It's like,
exactly.
Is that shots?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
It's fact. Like, for instance, I could speak on Phoenix has got mixtapes. I haven't got no mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't done no mixtapes before, so it's all good, man.
Sean Proof said how many projects Ben got. I don't know if he's trying to hook you up there or what.
Best shade. I got Flip Life Media.
You got a few though. You got a few as well.
I think I got less than G-Bag.
So
Yeah,
good,
maybe.
man. So
Maybe.
good, man.
But yeah, man. So tell us about the album you got coming as well, G-Bag, because
Yeah.
that looked really interesting to me. We'll get back to talking about the verses as well. But when I saw that, when I was looking into what you're doing at the moment, and I saw the title and all of the features on it, I thought this looks like a very serious project. Like, how long have you been working on it?
That album took me like 5 years, bro.
Whoa.
Because I recorded it 3 times. I recorded it once and I was like, nah, don't sound right. Recorded it again after a certain amount of time. And just recently I recorded it and I was like happy with it. But it was just a thing. In between those sessions of recording, I've been doing lots of features and I've been doing other things as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was stagnant. I've been active, but just not on my own stuff. You know what I mean? Just helping other people and stuff.
But talk to me about the title.
The title, Respect Your Elders. What it is, yeah, is that a lot of people, when they comment on my music, they always say, "Oh, it sounds old school. You sound old." Not in a bad way. I don't even know if it's a bad or good way, but they're like, "Oh, you remind me of the 90s and you sound old school." And it's like, all right, cool. But at the same time, I'm a mature guy still. You know, I'm mature. I'm not no young whippersnapper. I've been in this rat race for time, and it's like people need to go back and respect the people who've paved the way for this culture. So when I say respect your elders, it's so many multiple meanings. It's like,
that's what I was thinking.
It's for myself, respect me, because I've been doing this for a long time and I'm into it enough. And at the same time, respect those, because there's a lot of young youths that don't know about the history of hip hop and whatnot. Obviously, there's certain facts in the history I don't even know, generic history, you know what I mean? But it's just a thing where people need to look back in time and to do some research and understand where we've come from, where this culture has come from and how far it's gone and the changes of it, and just to show respect.
Yeah, respect your elders, man.
Yeah,
man. I mean, I saw it because I saw some of the features as well that made me think of the kind of respect. The kind of, I think, is it Rodney P on there? Who's on there?
Yeah, Rodney P is on a track. My Stiggy's on a track, and then we got Phoenix is on a track.
Okay.
I tell you what, that track's fire still. That track's fire. He did go in.
Gonna play that in the battle.
Hey,
man. I don't know if I should. I don't know.
Who gets to play that?
I'll let you draw for that one.
I'm not even playing it. I'm never gonna play it.
Hey, what's Abby saying? What's Abby?
Are you not only playing stuff that's out?
Wagwan says, what are you saying?
Abby's hiding in the cut, yo.
No, I'm just listening. What do you want me to? What do you want my opinion on?
We want the divine feminine aspect within this situation to balance it out. Like my art, that's what we want.
Nawabi and Jules.
Well, I suggest you guys just battle it out and let's just see what's going on, innit?
Battle it out.
Abby's there, mate. Abby's there.
Abby's gonna be on the post throwing bare shade on both you, so she don't want to be too friendly now.
We got a comment from Theo Spec One. He asked a question saying, "Any live shows coming up?" I presume he's obviously taking a piss.
That's a furlough joke.
Furlough joke. Well, you know what? Said way, we're still like, as soon as this lockdown is over, we're still doing a launch party for Panacea. And Kashmir is going to be there. G-Bag is going to be there. You know? Do you know what's mad?
When did that project?
You see when we did this, when I offered people out, yeah? I didn't even have G-Bag in mind at the time.
Yeah.
But it was like, when I said it now, and I've sent the shots out now. I sent it to Skinny Man. I sent it to Bear Man, and Skinny's like, "Whoa, you know what? Let's keep it peaceful." You get me?
Skinny Man, you know.
We're brothers.
Skinny Man.
Yeah, well, Skinny Man. I said, yo, Skinny Man, like, if you know anyone or whatever, like have it with whoever, you know what I mean? And then and then G-Bag must have sent a shot, and then I posted it up and was like, what man's coming? He's like, yo, we want to keep it peaceful and, you know, we're all brothers. I said, nah, man, it's all good, man.
Yeah, of course.
But Skinny's going to war with Rodney P on the timeline, and anyway, that's not even that. So I don't know what he's talking about.
What's that? Say that again.
I'm not. We've spoken about this on the show a couple of times, but then man, Skinny and Rodney been going at it on a personal thing online.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like, I'm making a diss song. I don't know. He might have calmed down by now, but
he needs to not calm down. This is where
Skinny said he's making a diss song for Rodney, and I spoke to him on the phone about it.
That's what I was
he was going off like, yo, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. I was like, right, he's really serious about this. But then like, I don't know, like Skinny don't record that often, so it's not like he's in a studio much. I think it will fizzle out. But
they should have a clash.
Yeah,
we should host it.
That's what I've been saying. I've been like, yo, maybe I can facilitate some of these like in some kind of way, because I know a lot of men won't take the initiative that you man have taken to put this together. So I'm glad you lot have done it, man.
Yeah, but you know what? That one's too personal. That one's
yeah.
It's not too personal. Nas and Jay-Z was personal.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But I'm just saying, like, to do a live clash would be too personal.
Yeah.
They could do songs for each other, but I don't think like you man ain't gonna fight after the clash. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't like that, is it?
No,
yeah, we could fight. We might have to
arguing. I just mean it's not friendly, so it's like.
Shout out to Be Elite Media Group, who said, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want that to fizzle out with love.
Listen, Jay-Z slept with Nas's baby mum. That's beef, you get me? A man took it on, like, that's sportsmanship, you know what I mean? That is sportsmanship. Man's like, you know what? Hip-hop is my sport. And let's do it on the mic.
Yeah.
All of this softy cups of tea business that they tried to label the UK for needs to dead, you get me?
I can't lie, though.
I'm with you, brother.
Still.
The swords, the guns, everything is coming out.
I know Nova's got a couple of heads he wants.
I'm drinking Highland Spring.
Well, I got a couple of heads I want to chop.
Yeah. Highlander Springs. I know you must have. Highlander Springs. You get
in it. Like when I want to chop someone like that, like I really want to chop them. It's not gonna be. I don't want to get on Instagram and play each other's songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have a certain level of respect for each other to do that. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a beef with the actor the other day, Michael Rappaport. I don't know if you lot saw this.
Yeah. I saw that.
And man was saying battle me. So like I was like, fuck it. Like he's not really gonna ever do it. My man's a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a big star or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna write a diss song for him. I've written it already, like it's flames as well, but I went to record it and I need to like redo it and do it properly and all of that. But for me, yeah, I'd have to really respect someone to go in like that. The people I want to chop, I don't respect them so much.
You see what you were saying earlier about like the grime and the energy or like the war, because them man war a lot of them guys hold on to come up and stuff. And I love that.
I used to war a lot.
I do know what you mean. Like UK hip hop lacks that a little bit. We do need more of that, because there's been some dope battles in UK hip hop, but they were all.
I tell you the maddest thing, yeah. Back in the day, the Mongo and Black Twang thing. The Mongo and Black Twang thing, yeah. Mongo, when that was happening, I was in the studio when Mongo recorded his thing. He came and recorded it for my mixtape, and he was saying exactly what Phoenix is saying right now about. He was like, everyone wants to hug each other. Like I'm like, fuck this. And he was like, I just need to shake up this thing. So he just made this song for Black Twang. What?
Like Mongo.
Yeah, of course. And obviously there was a bit of a personal thing with it, but also he was doing it because he was like, I'm fed up with everyone like pretending to like each other and just want to hug each other all the time. So he had this song. Then he had the next one that he was going at Fallacy on. That these other things didn't come out. Yeah, at the time.
Oh, so Mongo went after Blang and Fallacy.
No, the Fallacy thing never happened. But maybe it was just a one line or whatever. It wasn't like he had a song for him or whatever. He was just like, he was just talking about it. I shouldn't have probably said that, but I might start something.
Not the best time. Not the best of times as well.
Doing it on purpose.
Not the best time to be doing that, man.
No, but doing it on purpose.
But the Black Twang part, everyone knows. Like he made this song for Black Twang, and Black Twang made a reply on his album. It did go a bit under the radar a little bit, that clash. But I guess so. What we've been asking people online, what do you guys think? Like taking it away from yourselves, who in like out of the UK hip hop world, in our world, you know, out of our peers and out of the greats, what do you think would be the best kind of matchups to do this thing?
Oof. There's a lot, ain't there? There's quite a lot of artists that could pair up and go head to head, man.
Do you know what I would like to see? Cy Philly and Life.
Clash. Jeez, my man's not, he's not being easy, is he?
Phoenix likes, whoa.
I'm not easy, man.
I'm not easy. Both.
No. Them two should go for Task Force.
Yeah, that's what I said as well.
You're talking about on a crew thing. So now if you're talking crews, I'm rolling with Triple Darkness. And I'm going up against people as well. That's something else.
Who do you think Triple Darkness would go against then?
That's not fair. How many men in Triple Darkness?
What 20? Crew?
Triple Darkness got albums, man. They got bare albums, whereas bare
how many men
got albums?
How many people's in Triple Darkness?
There's about 11 of us now, man. There's about
you lot got more people than Blazing Squad.
That's what I'm saying. What other group is there? What other group is there that would be the right match? Because I don't know.
Wu-Tang Clan.
High Focus. What, the whole label?
The whole label.
That's a madness.
Hey, you know what? Triple Darkness versus High Focus. I would watch that. 100%.
Yeah, I would, bro. I would be glued.
Because I think there's about as many people on the whole label of High Focus as there is in the group of Triple Darkness. And
there will be a hell of
projects as well as the group projects.
Just touching on a different debate, we were talking about the whitewashing. There would be a hell of racial divide in that battle, bro.
No, they got Tesla's Ghost. They got Tesla's Ghost.
No. High Focus have got quite a few black people on their label now.
They do. No, they do. And we've been talking about that.
They got Tremendous. They're balancing it out.
No, they have, and we've been talking about that. We've been talking about that as a conversation. It's an ongoing conversation.
That was funny when you said it for some reason. It's like, they got a few black people now. It's not like it's not like it used to be. It's like, you know.
It's the truth.
And then you started listing the black people. And you
Hey, Abby, what are you saying though?
I can't get a word in with you guys. I'm just listening to what you guys are saying.
No, let's let the Empress get a word in.
No, don't let me get a word in.
Please. Let her get a word in, please.
Do you know what it is? Abby said to me at the beginning, I'm going to let you lot talk, because Abby's not like, she's not from the same world as us in the same way to know all of these artists, etc. You know what I'm saying? And it's parts of the conversation where it comes out of that, where we can talk about it too. But
so you're here for a reason, sis. You know, you are here for a reason, and I want to hear your contribution, sis. What your thoughts, your mind, what is, you know, where you coming from?
All right, for me personally, in terms of rap, hip hop, whatever you want to call it, I'll start off by saying, like, hip hop. When I hear hip hop, it's a culture, isn't it? Like, I hear hip hop and it reminds you of 90s hip hop. Yeah, all the American artists I used to listen to growing up with. That's what it reminds me of. It's like, it's an era, it's a special time. With UK rap, it's like, it's new. Like, when I hear grime, when I hear drill, when I hear trap, when I like all of these different genres, it's like it comes under UK rap. Do you see what I'm saying? But for me personally, I like old school and new school because they both bring different elements. They both bring different flavors. You got talent in both eras at the end of the day, and it's just obviously music's going to develop over time. People that obviously gave people an opportunity in the rap game, the old school artists such as yourselves, obviously are going to feel more passionate because it's like you started the trend. It's a trend that's obviously continued, it's grown, and it's developed in different ways. So I think both should be respected because they're both part of different times. Do you see what I'm saying? So
who do you want to see back?
No, wait. I want to just touch upon what you said, sis. You know, people like Blade, people like London Posse have been out for years, sis. you know? And it's like there has been like the UK has also contributed to what hip hop is, and you know, looking at America as like a big brother and the UK as like a little brother, they've always played some kind of, we've always had this connection musically. And something that my record label told me, New Dawn Record told me, is that, yo, behind the scenes, when they were really trying to break some of the artists from the UK in America, what they did is they took grime and they tried to market it as hip hop. And the media actively kind of damaged that whole relationship between US acknowledging the UK as hip hop, because they've kind of covered it over with this kind of grime kind of gloss over the whole thing. And what's happening now is that has really damaged a lot of UK hip hop artists, man. And it's kind of really it's fragmented it. So where it's like saying football, women's football, men's football. It's just football. UK hip hop, US hip hop. It's just hip hop. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with that 100%. And that's what I was saying this at the beginning, just on our little scenes in England. I made this thing like who can clash out of the UK hip hop artists, because there is a specific scene of artists there, but I hate separating it to that. I'm just like, yo, it's all hip hop and we're all connected and we can all clash each other.
It's all end of the day, it's all relevant.
I was thinking how you know, like redundant this whole conversation is to the drill man. Their favorite rappers are just warring all day long, like every day on YouTube. Them man are just calling out each other's names, saying what they done to each other when they see each other. It's just like,
it's ugly, man.
But they're not respecting it as a sport, though. They're not respecting it as a sport. It is a sport.
Yeah, you're right, because it's a real war going on with them guys, and
they're trying to kill each other.
Yeah,
we're talking about creativity, not destruction. And if we're talking about destruction, it's in a creative way. We're not talking about destroying people. Like, we're creators. Do you see what I'm saying?
This is the thing. This is the thing. This is where hip hop started. It came from gang culture. They transferred the violence with music. So you had different crews from different boroughs going up against each other, body popping, break dance and all that stuff, hip hop, spitting, rhyming, DJing, and that's where, you know what I mean? Onto. So like that's why that's why when P mentioned about doing it, I was like, hell yeah, because this is the essence of hip hop. So like, you know what I mean? It's not a battle thing where I'm going to be battling cussing man's mum and all them thing there and cussing man, you know what I mean, because of his race and whatnot. No, I'm not about that. I'm about battling over who's got the superior tracks, who's got the beat, who's got the lyrics, who's got the, you know what I mean? Let the crowd decide, let the people decide who they like the most.
So,
you know what I mean? So
what are you man's dream battles to see right now? And you, Abby, too, as well.
Well, this is the thing, Ben. This is the thing, yeah. Me and P's thing here, we ain't gonna stop. We're looking to do other people.
So have you got other ones? Have you got other people that are kind of interested?
We got ideas. But I'm not gonna disclose.
Don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them nothing.
You don't have to drop no names. I haven't got no names.
No, there's no one in there definitely yet, but yeah, we're on it. And like, we want to see a female battle. We want to see a female like Jazz Kahina against like Amy True or something.
That would be sick, yeah. But this is my thing with the female battle.
That'll be fire.
But this is my thing with the female battle, yeah, and that would be fine. I think that women have to be involved in a big way. But we got a show about women in music coming up on Thursday, so this is all very relevant. But like someone posted in the hip hop debate school, I think Luke Maverick posted, who can go up against Lauryn Hill? And then people start just suggesting all the different women that can go against Lauryn Hill. Then someone said Missy, and I was like, yo, why is it got to be Missy? I was like, Missy should clash Buster. Why is it have to be two girls?
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because Missy's energy is different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the energy matchup?
True.
Missy and Buster would be lit still.
I'm saying.
Sick clash.
Yeah.
But it's like it's at the same. You know what? I saw an interview like I think Swiss was talking to LL Cool J, and where he's coming from, I thought I can get it because he's breaking down. He's like, well, boom. First of all, I've been in the scene for years, and I've dropped all kinds of different songs and gone into all kinds of different pockets and chambers, and it's like someone was like, oh, why don't you battle Nas? And it was like, he's more of a poet. He's more of a technical person. He's more of, that it wouldn't really match up. And, just looking at, there's not many MCs that sing and rap and like got both of those things on lock. And in terms of the tracks that they come out, What
you mean, thinking of Lauren?
Yeah, I'm just thinking in general, like in general, like
bro, no,
that's not
it.
even just a female thing, but it's like there's an energy,
and also she got such more catalog as well.
Yeah,
her catalog makes it difficult as well because she basically got 2 albums. So
obviously, I was half winding up the group in it, but I said Drake.
Yeah, but Drake has got like a catalog of like how many albums?
But I'm saying the only reason I said it, obviously, I'm being a wind up, yeah. But at the same time, it's just the point
Drake
of
Drake can't battle her, man.
It's the point of what Phoenix. It's the point of what you were saying about singing and rapping, yeah. Like she pioneered that, and that he definitely 1,000,000% takes a lot of inspiration from her in him doing that, even though his music content and everything is so different. Like I don't really think it's a real matchup, but I'm saying like. They both do both those things, and there isn't many people that do.
I can't think who could battle Lauren, man, because she just got 1 acoustic album and 1 album. Like she can only really draw from that.
No, but she can still draw for the Fugees. She can bust a couple.
Okay.
From that. Yeah,
I didn't think about Fugees.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
All right. She got 4 albums then.
A
couple soundtracks.
Sis, you wanted to say something. What were you saying?
Yeah, Ben, shush, man. Let me speak.
Yeah.
Tell him, man.
Some of the females, like I don't know, like maybe US and UK. Like why not? Like Miss Banks and Nikki and probably hold on.
Miss Banks
and Miss and Cardi. Like and probably Nikki and Steph London.
Yeah,
like,
have they actually been warring now? Who's Steph London been warring?
Nikki got like 5 albums. How many albums got Nikki got? And mixed.
That's what I'm saying. They can't. Yeah, she can't really compete. But they have been warring though.
Clash is a clash, man. It doesn't matter about how many albums you've got. It's about what you bring.
It matters because you've got like 10 generations of hits, and she just started her career.
Yeah, in this type of clash, it matters. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if there's a certain amount, say for instance, like 15 tracks, and they both got 15 tracks, then that's fair.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair if one of those people's 15 tracks are like huge #1 superstar hits spanning fucking decades. You know what I'm saying? That's why like the matchup has to, and this is a thing. Yeah, let's really touch on this actually, because when I posted the picture today, of all of the UK hip hop artists. There's no women in it. And I knew that when I was making it, and I was sitting there thinking, should I put someone? I was almost going to put a woman in it for the sake of it, to like have women involved. And I thought, what women in that UK hip hop world have got bodies of work, like bodies of albums that they've made a lot, There's not many. And then I thought of a couple afterwards. Someone commented Shady, and she's a current artist who's now done at least two albums that are like strong bodies of work with a lot of singles off them. Like basically, Genesis Elijah also posted a picture of all of the guests he's had on his show since the lockdown the other day, and I think there was 3 women in it. And someone reposted it, right? This woman who's like doing this movement called Women in Music. She reposted it like and put a question mark like intersectionality in music. It's very complex. Yeah, her and Jen actually reacted like quite, quite reactively anyway. Like he took it like she was going at him. So they're kind of arguing about it now. And because obviously he makes a lot of effort to include women in everything he does. You know what I'm saying? But it just opened the conversation to me to like, why is it that there isn't a lot of women in this world we're in of hip hop that have felt confident enough or able to kind of put those bodies of work together and be included in what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because they're not there. Like, and it is a big problem. When you go to the mainstream side, it starts to open up when you start talking about the Steph Londons and the Miss Banks, etc. But even then, they don't really have albums. Why don't they reach to the point where they've got an album? Because the other male counterparts of theirs are dropping albums.
What about Little Sims? Why ain't she counted?
No,
hip hop.
Little Sims has a big body of work. Yeah. Little Sims has a big body of work, and she could be. Do you know why she's not? Do you know why? I don't know how much. I don't know about tour. Maybe she. I don't know what about her catalog. I don't know it. Like I don't know. Sean Prue saying Miss that.
Joe and Prove just said Speech the Bell.
Yeah, but here we go. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Speech the Bell. Miss Dynamite. Like the reason why. What was the first one you said? Little Sims. The reason why Little Sims is not included in that kind of UK hip hop world, I guess it's weird. She should be, and this is why I say I don't like to separate it. It's because she's too fucking big. Because she's too successful.
You know about Sampa the Great?
Sampa the Great, yeah.
It's freaking dope.
Yeah.
That sister is freaking blinding. Do you know what?
Show and Proof got Jules. No, Theo Spec one said Phoebe 1, Estelle. And Show and Proof said Estelle.
Yeah.
Do you remember Simone Temper from
but where's their albums? Where's their albums? Do you know what I'm saying?
Listen, if you got more than one album, you're worthy of doing a battle.
Yeah.
If you got more than one, I reckon you're worthy.
Yeah, that what it? Because it hasn't really. The whole criteria thing and all of that is only just now being discussed. I think the ground is still young. Do you know what I mean? But I feel that if we're gonna do a versus battle, me personally, you need to show that you have stood the test of time, and that is evident by your catalog. That's how I feel. You got to stand the test of time. Not saying that you do 50 million albums, because I've written a lot more and got a lot more work than I've actually put out. Like 9, I'm actually taking it very easy. Very, very easy. I made sure that everything was right. And it's like that whole going through the writing the music, getting the beats, talking to the producer, mixing it, mastering it, getting the artwork, putting together the campaign, doing the launch party, promoting it, putting your blood, sweat, and tears into that time in and time again. Do you know what I mean? That's what qualifies you, me personally, to even be worthy to battle. Because I wouldn't just battle anyone.
No, I agree with you, man.
I wasn't just gonna battle anyone. I had Bear Man say, "Why don't you battle this guy?" That I said, "Nah, it's not worthy. Not yet.
M9.
Not yet." Oh, M9.
He's got a good catalogue now.
Yeah.
Oh, M9
is
M9's hard, man. M9 goes in. He's got
Of course he goes hard. He's my freaking he's one of the people who keep me sharp.
Yeah.
M9.
yeah.
But it should be a matchup of someone that's not really in your camp, innit?
Yeah, man. Because we want to swing the sword, innit? We want to swing the sword.
You see what Joe and Prove was saying? All them artists he named, Little Sims, Phoebe 1, Estelle, Mia, all of them got a few albums each.
What I'm saying, out of that whole list, other than Little Sims, they don't fit into the kind of scene we're talking about when I made that post earlier. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all genre crossing artists. And a lot of them who may actually be more on a different genre than hip hop, especially like UK hip hop, quote unquote.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's the marketing. Speech the Bell pretty much just raps and sings a little. But I'm saying, like, same with Phoebe 1.
Yeah, Phoebe 1, of course. But Phoebe 1 from way back. I don't know about I don't know her discography. Obviously, she's an OG in this thing.
And it still definitely came up.
Relevant. She's still relevant in making music now, though.
Who?
Phoebe 1.
Oh, I think she's like she was DJing on like a
the host
on Capital or something, man. She's still in the game.
Yeah. But music wise, she's not making music still, is she?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Who is she? I don't even know.
But yeah, that's a conversation we're gonna get onto on Thursday.
I like the Miss Banks Cardi. Those are two people I think could really battle. When Abby said that earlier, I was thinking, yeah, that would be a dope battle still.
Wait, have you not seen this thing with Steph London this week? That this other girl has like made a diss song for her and all of that on the next level of war. I think like she works with the same producer or something, and Steph London supposedly stolen her song, put a verse on it, and released it without asking her or whatever, like a song that ain't even out yet.
Yeah, I saw that, but
who was it? What's the artist's name? I'll just wait for Sean Proof to write it in the comments. I'm sure he knows. He'll know who it is.
Def denied it. I don't know. I don't know.
Sean Proof said Gets versus anybody.
See, I'm not really on the grime thing. I don't really know Jack.
Because I was gonna ask you, man, and Abby, who are your grime ones and the other parts of UK music? Like,
well, I'm gonna get to the comments in a minute.
I don't just want your UK hip hop opinions. I want your what other parts of UK would you like to see battle, even on an R&B tip, even on like a hip hop tip. Yeah. There's all sorts of UK music that can do it. Because in America, it's like T-Pain battled Little John. Them not other party rappers. Then you got like Babyface and Teddy Riley. So who in UK would you not like to see go a clash? Like who would you like to see go head to head apart from the rappers or just the UK hip hop ones? Because you man are trying to organize them ones right now, so you can't really snitch. So what about the other parts?
Craig David and who else? Craig David up against someone. Craig David.
Who can actually clash Craig David? And who?
Hey, Lauren Hill could crash Craig David, you know.
Lady Lax.
What are you saying, Abby? I see you thinking. What are you saying?
I don't know. It's hard, you know, when you take it away from like the grime scene and the UK hip hop scene. It's difficult.
Who in the grime scene then?
There's loads though, like Kalo and Gets and Bugsy. I don't know, Stormzy and
I think Stormzy and Jay Huss on a hits thing. Not even about grime. Do you know what I'm saying? Like who's? Because I think that's the only one I can think that could maybe do it with Stormzy.
Jay Huss. There's loads though. There's loads. Like they'd all be interesting like battles. You just don't know. But in terms of any other genre in the UK, it's kind of difficult. I don't know. Maybe like R&B. Maybe like Ella May and her. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe those two. I'd have to sit down and think about. Like I weren't prepared for R&B questions, guys. So like next time I'll talk about R&B.
Abby, you made a post earlier.
I'll do. Huh?
What's that?
I'll say I'll put some clashes together for the female R&B.
What I'm saying, you made a post earlier, so if maybe pull that up, the Flip Life one you made in the group, and I will read out some comments. I got some here from my Insta as well, so maybe me and you could back and forth some of these comments and see what everyone thinks about them.
I'll look up as well. There's a few.
So
any comments for me and G?
There was, but I wanted to state as well that see what me and Phoenix are doing. Like we actually, because I envisioned it before the lockdown that I wanted it to be a live thing, like you know, like Reggae Sunsplash, like how you saw Bounty Killer and Beanie Man doing it like you actually perform the tracks.
Yeah.
You perform a track, boom, he comes off, next man comes on. Perform his track, boom, next man, he goes off the back, same man come back on again. You get me, back to back with a crowd. And that's what me and Phoenix are gonna do. I'm just letting you know this is not just for lockdown. This is something we were gonna do.
Oh, you're gonna do in the future, or you're saying with this battle you're gonna do them live, or you're just gonna play the track?
No. In the future, when the events be run, God knows our events are gonna run from this day forward.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's dope. That's
how we want to do it. We want to do it live and run it live on the internet at the same time. So if you can't be bothered to come out of your yard, you can watch it in your yard. You see what I'm saying?
Hard.
We're working with Hoochie New and UKHH on that. and The Floor.
Sick.
And a few, you know, we're talking with I Am Hip Hop, connoisseurs of hip hop. We're bringing people together, and we're putting together something big, even Global Faction.
Even Flip Life can jump on it as well. You know,
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Because all of them people you just mentioned there, like, are powerful platforms. I see doing stuff. Shout out to Theo. I see him getting active in the comments. You know. That sounds sick.
Also, Sam Bob says that P Money versus Skepta would be a naughty clash.
Yeah, that would be hard.
That would be hard still.
Yeah, I like P Money.
I got a comment from. I went back and forth on this one a little bit from Fire of Truth from Instagram. There, he said Akala and Logic, and someone else had already said Akala and Low Key, and I was just kind of like, yo, there's a number of kind of matchups that could happen here.
Yeah. That's a good one still. Akala and Low Key. Yeah. But would they be willing to make it happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing.
As there been clashes.
Don't worry, G. Don't worry, G. After we do our clash,
yeah, it'll change the game. Well, the main one I said, yeah, and it keeps coming up, was Skinny Man versus Kalashnikov. To me, like, and the thing is, it got pointed out a couple of times that you know, Clash has actually got a bigger catalogue, but Skinny's done a lot of features, so it probably balances out somewhere along the line. Someone else said, who was it, man? RJ Cherry, I think, on Twitter said Kalashnikov and Black Twang, which might be a more like even amount of albums, to be honest. But I think Skinny and Clash is the right matchup, like just sonically and just like from their energies.
Ain't Skinny Man got a bit of an advantage though? Skinny Man's been, but then again, it doesn't matter about how long you've been doing it. That's
what I'm saying. Skinny's only got one album. Clash got like 3-4 albums. I don't know. Like Clash got more to draw from to a degree. You know.
Someone said Genesis. I said Danny Ritchie said Genesis Elijah versus Young'un, aka SR.
Okay.
Brain Tax versus everyone else on Low Life as well.
I think they're forgetting what this is about. It's about the music. Brain Tax is gonna get washed by anyone, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That was Danny Ritchie that said Jess versus Kalashnikov.
I like that as well. I saw someone say that, and that's an energy as well.
Yeah, that's proper.
Black versus Kalashnikov. Didn't just clash My Stiggy? I'm sure as you know who filmed it.
Yeah, it was. I was watching that the other day. I never watched it for years. They didn't really clash properly, but yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one still.
Well, me and G are gonna show them how it's done, man, because we're gonna be going at each other, man.
Napa versus Mr. Thing on a production battle, Danny Ritchie as well.
Danny Ritchie's coming with the comments, isn't it?
Luke Maverick said Lewis Parker versus Just.
Everyone's saying Just. And someone else, obviously, there's been a few saying Chester P versus Just.
Tom Lowry says Dirty Dyke versus Verb T. Nathan Cappuccino, I can't pronounce your name, my brother. Maestro versus Chester P.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
There's some good ones there, man.
Flip Tricks versus Jam Baxter.
Someone said Jam Baxter versus Lee Scott. That was Lullaby from Hoodfellas, and he also said Fire Life versus Poisonous Poets, which I then said, Poisonous Poets has to be with Terra Firma.
Yeah. How many Poisonous Poets? 3, innit?
I don't really think it matters the numbers, innit, because it's like songs, innit? Again, how many? Maybe again, but again though, Poisonous Poets only dropped one project, and then 2 more members came on. They never even made another project when the 2 new members came along. So it is difficult.
Because it could even be a label thing. It could be a record label versus another record label. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Triple Darkness versus any crew. Triple Darkness versus any crew. That's what I want to see. Triple Darkness versus any crew.
Well, I would like High Focus one though. I think that would be a good one still, to be honest. Triple Darkness versus High Focus would be good.
Wow. Set it up, Ben. Set it up.
I know like 8 guys in Triple Darkness and 1 guy in High Focus. I think this.
Yeah.
You know what? And to say for the record, I got love for Flip Tricks and Verb T. I got love for the both of them. So let me just get that out the way. They're in fact on the cinematic album that's going to be coming out in August on Revogue Records. So I got love for them. But I think
and you say,
of course he can.
Boy, listen, I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not spilling my guts. You know what I mean? I'm not spilling my guts right now. I'm planning so many different things all at the same time. Do you know what I mean? But right now, it's me and G-Bag. Yo, sis, have you heard any of our catalogs, sis?
Probably not.
I'm not even gonna try and lie, but
I didn't think so, and I didn't want you to try and lie. I want you to hear what's.
Well, so you tell me questions about it, and then I can't answer it. I'm gonna do that to myself, not live.
You've been looking to the left, you get me, like.
No, I'll check it out. I'll check it out definitely.
But, you know, that's why this is gonna be dope again, man. You know what I'm saying, because we're here talking about it now. Abby's gonna see it. She's gonna check the music out, and a number of people are. Do you know what I'm saying? So when is the clash? The 30th. Where is it? People gonna be able to listen to it.
Well, you'll definitely be able to see it streaming on Instagram. We're working with the floor at the moment to be able to have it streamed across multiple platforms. On our Twitter, on our Instagram, on our Facebook. Like, we're working to make sure that everyone can see it all at the same time. So
I don't think Twitter though. I think Twitch, not Twitter. Twitch.
Which?
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it on Twitch, yeah?
Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all of them at the same time. So simultaneously, you see it on all their platforms.
Okay, so before we wrap that up, I guess both of you one at a time, like, who's gonna win this clash, man?
It depends who judges it. Like, because P was chatting about having proper judges and stuff, and I'm thinking, you know what? Let the audience decide. Let the crowd decide. Let the crowd decide. We may do another.
Well, do you know how the NS 10 for 10 thing do it? So there's another type of clash going on. This platform No Signal are doing, where they're just playing like they're doing. Like, they done like Drake versus Rihanna and shit like that, and they're just playing 10 records. So the artist is not doing it themselves. They got one DJ playing that one DJ repping that one. They kind of talk in between, say why. And each round, they put a thing on Twitter, like a little poll, just with the 2 songs that was played, and then the people vote on each round. So that's just an idea. I've been sitting there thinking like how to run.
Could do that as well. Add that to the end of it as well. It's totally up to P and me. So.
Yeah,
could do, man. It's funny because it kind of reminds me of the Culture Clash. Remember the Red Bull?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sick. That was proper sick. That's what I'm talking about. Doing it live as well, not just on the gram and all that. Do it live so you can.
Joe and Prue says Flip versus Triple Darkness.
Where did he say that? He's saying us man versus Triple Darkness, me and Ben, and what? We you know what? You know the problem is we don't have the catalog, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be in this thing.
No,
I mean, solo catalogs, cool, but I don't think that counts, man.
You got only albums and stuff, though.
I got a whole lot of albums, yeah. And like, but as a group, FLIP, we've never made an album. We made one mixtape, but it was pieced together with like songs that we've done collabs on each other's projects, yeah.
So like, very much.
Yeah, so I don't see us being able to. Otherwise, I would have, I'm trying to be a media guy now, so I'm not really throwing my hat in too much in the mix and these kind of things. But otherwise, I would sit here and say, yeah, but I don't, unless we drawed for all of the solo members, solo projects, we couldn't really do a group clash like that. You know what I'm saying?
So who's in Flip?
So it's me, Big Ben, Wordsmith. Sweet Jones. Okay. Yeah. Genesis Elijah's in Flip as well, Danny Bones. Like, Am I forgetting all the people that sing Flip, Show and Prove? Terror Slim.
This is like my uncle naming kids.
Who else? Response, King Response is up in Scotland now. Like, we had a little moment where we was really active together, and we was just, our solo stuff was active, so we're working with each other a lot. But we're a group that's been around for a long time. Like before I was Mud Family, it was Flip the Script, which was me and Ben and like man them from school. So and we used to battle back then. Like I've told this story a couple of times, but when we was at school, there was 2 crews, and it was Flip the Script, and the other one was Diamond Tip Spears, right?
Right.
Flip the Script was me and Ben and a couple other man, and Diamond Tip Spears was Ben and Akala and a couple other man, yeah? So Ben was in both crews, and then he would just sit out and we would clash each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I recorded that shit, and we'd have the whole school, like all the man them would be there in the music room, and we would actually be clashing it out, like, you know what I mean? Like proper battle.
That shit was real hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, saying okay, got a little history lesson there. You're not rolling deep. You're not rolling.
Yeah, trust me, man. Yo, shout out Peaches locked in, man. Yo, family right there. Yeah.
Someone said that labels battling like different labels in UK battling.
Now he's saying that's a good idea because that was suggested while we was talking, innit? They were just
okay.
Yeah. So cool. I'm looking forward to it, man. 30th.
Yeah, man, tune in, you know what I mean? Like, and hopefully, like, next time we do something, get you involved, you know what I mean? Like, somehow.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
And we're down, man. We're just trying to build this thing right now here as well. Go on, B.
When is it?
It's this Friday, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, so if you log into either my account or Phoenix's account, on Instagram.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Yeah. But it will be on the others platforms.
Yeah.
Well, not too sure what account it will be through, whether it will be through the people that are facilitating it or ours. But
you know what? I'm looking forward to being able to watch one of these battles at a normal time and not having to wait up till 2-3 in the morning for once.
This is another thing. That's another thing with the Verzuz thing. It's hella late. Like I'm still recovering from the Beanie Man one.
Yeah, bro, that one killed me. Like that's the only one I watched live. Yeah, I thought I have to watch this live. And as soon as I came up, I'm like, right, Twitter. What am I doing with my? And all I can see is people tweeting. How am I supposed to sleep now? You know what I'm saying? Like, like after all that energy, like, yo, man ain't sleeping. Man, I amped up. I might as well rewind it and watch it again.
I was on FaceTime till 7 a.m. or something.
But that was the best one, bro. That was the best one. Beanie and Bout is the best one. Then after that. Lauren Hill and Erica Badu.
Jill Scott.
Sorry, Jill Scott and Erica.
No, I agree.
Who do you think won the premiere and RZA one? That's you, man.
I couldn't watch that. I was listening to RZA play. It sounded like he played headphones, bro. I was like, nah, I can't listen to that. I turned it off. I couldn't stay up. I was disappointed.
Oh, the sound of it.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
All
right, shout out to There's a comment saying that the battle is Saturday the 30th because you lot said Friday I think a minute ago. So it's Saturday this is happening.
Is it Saturday?
Yeah, 30th.
Oh, sorry,
Saturday is the 30th is Saturday. Let's get it right. That's good. That's a good look. Let's good look. We just, I'm gonna make sure I share that and all that for everyone that watches.
Yeah, this is gonna be something. This is the start of it now, man. And you know what? I've got a fat catalog and I'm gonna be putting it on people, man. So, and you know what I'm gonna do? If nobody wants to fucking respond, I'll give them 10 days. And if they don't respond after 10 days, I'm saying officially I took off your fucking head. I'm not playing fucking games.
So you're putting them on your list, like, yo, I done him, like,
hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, Phoenix. You're telling me that you're gonna battle me and then whatever, after that, you're going to battle someone else?
Yeah, I'm battling someone else.
But hold on. I
got a fat catalogue and a bag of tracks no one ain't heard, and I'm going to be swinging people's heads off, bro. What
are you saying?
Too much nicey cup of tea bullshit, man. I will swing a man's head off.
I'm going back to my cup of tea, man. But what yo, do you know who you're gonna send for next?
Boy, I've already got people on the list, man, but I don't want it.
You can't give them a heads up because then the 10 days starts too early, bro. You can't let them know yet.
In it. Hey, listen, I'm taking the piss, you know. I'm coming in.
But seriously, hear me out, Phoenix, hear me out. Yeah, listen. If you battle me, you play your tunes and whatnot, you're gonna draw not the same tunes again, but you're gonna battle another. People might start get bored of watching you battle, though, innit?
Well, boy, man, like I got some banging tracks, man, and people's heads are coming off, and everyone likes to see someone's head come off. You know what I mean? Everyone likes to see that shit. I'm doing this. So after me and you, I'm coming up against someone else, and well, boy, like we'll see, innit? We'll see what they have to say about that, man. But all of this nicey stuff, I'm bored of it. I'm bored with the level of creativity I'm hearing coming out with people. Like I'm bored with where people's minds are, where their freaking spiritual, energetic, mental growth is. I'm hearing the same old bullshit, and I'm freaking tired of it. And I'm swinging at everyone, bro. Nobody's gonna be safe. How about the next one is Triple Darkness against another fucking crew? How about that? I already spoke to Cyrus Malachi about that. That shit is gonna go on, do you know what I mean? So maybe after this one, we do a Triple Darkness one, and we're gonna be putting it on people, and man can respond, or man can go back to sitting there with his cups of tea. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we are entertainers. Yeah. Every man's locked down. This is the time for entertainment. This ain't the time for sitting down on your fucking ass. I'm tired of it. It's boring. It's freaking boring.
That's why I stepped.
That's very bad shape because you're the only one walking around. Everybody's sitting. Everyone else in the live is sitting down. That's bare shade. I feel attacked.
I'm Phoenix the fucking Icefire. I'm a super fucking hero. I'll burn you and fucking freeze your shit, man. I'm on that. I'm a fighter, man. Fucking fighter. People are sleeping. People are sleeping even on Triple Darkness. People are sleeping on Triple Darkness. Fucking sleeping. And we're one of the deadliest in the fucking world. I don't give a fuck. I'm seeing people getting tattoos on their body with our fucking logo on it. People all over the world coming up to us like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys are the illest. And I'm like, people, it's like the elephant in the room. That's what we are. The big nasty elephant in the room. Everybody knows what fucking
who's in Triple Darkness now? Some people have left, isn't it? Who's in it?
Well, there's Cyrus, M9, Netta Roots, Crown Nectar, myself, Prophet, Tesla, Ray Vendetta. You know, everyone is still there apart from Braids, you know what I mean? Apart from Braids, everyone is still there as a crew, and we still got a body of work, do you know what I mean? We still got a collective body of work.
Hey, Famo, I beg you take this off YouTube later on and use part of what you were saying as the intro to the next Triple Darkness album, please. Like, I beg this for me. Just a bit up to where, like, up to the cups of tea, and then cut it.
Yeah, fuck that, because that's the reason why the US are not taking us seriously, man. They think we're a joke.
But you know what? Peaches just said, people over there wait for people to dead before they really get knowledge.
Yeah, that's a real talk.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, because Triple Darkness been putting in work for ages, and they don't really never get shouted out like they should. Like, there's a lot of other people that come up after them that did exactly what they did and then got bare love for it, and they still ain't got the love for it. So I hear exactly what you mean.
Really, trap for trap, there's very few people that can fuck with us, and that's worldwide. That's worldwide.
But you know what? It depends on the artist's vibe. Because every artist, what you call fire and what I call fire, may be two different total things.
Yeah,
that's what the battle's gonna let us.
I could hear a mellow, lo-fi track and say that's fire, and then you can hear some boom bap hardcore, you know what I mean, proper hip hop shit, and say that's real fire. But who knows who's better? Who knows better?
It's
You know
about feeling. It's about that feeling. And people are
everyone-
numb as fuck, and they've forgotten
But
how
every-
to feel
but this
again.
is-
Yeah,
this
but
is
again, the
about
feeling, everyone's feeling is different.
Exactly. So everyone's got different feelings and different, you know, things they tend to take on more than others. You know what I mean? They might, I like that mellow track more than that crazy hyped up, crazy mosh pit shit. Or I prefer a
It's
little
not about
Afrobeat
the mosh
type
pit.
of
It's
thing.
not just about that mosh pit shit, man. It's not just about like beats that just lick you over the head and give you a fucking screw face. Like, I think a good example is that Lil Jon and Nelly matchup.
Not Little John and Nelly. It was Ludacris and Nelly. Little John and T-Pain.
No. Lil Jon and even that, it was like, what's it? Nelly was trying to come out with a couple of tracks, and it was like, boy, that's not really that fire. Straight after my man played that track, you know, it's not really that. It's a good track. Maybe if you're chilling with your gal or you're freaking smoking a joint or whatever, but like, this is war, you get me? Remember that this music has roots with Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Like what you got in the background, Flip. You know what I'm saying? Like the time of battling, like the time of dub plates, the time of like war, you get me?
Peaches wants to call in.
No, I'm gonna reply. I'm gonna DM her the link, man. Fuck it. But we can't go on all night. But I can never see Peaches say something like that, and I don't send her the link immediately.
Respect your elders.
Respect your elders. Exactly. There you go.
I'm gonna enjoy this battle now. Like the way I see you two got different perspectives, it's gonna be an interesting battle now. Like
especially if, like, gee, don't come with no R&B shit, man. Until that's fine. You can't do that, bro.
If I play an R&B joint and everyone's feeling it, you can't tell me.
Yeah, that might be the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Go on, do it, G.
That's what I'm saying, because my energy's changed. I'm making R&B half the time with my music right now. I'm listening to
some Craig David, bro. Hit me.
There you go, man. If
hit
the
me
people,
with Craig David and see what happens.
If the people start sending, the people start sending fire.
Don't hit me softly, bro. Don't hit me softly.
Some R&B is so good, man.
Hit me with Craig David and see what happens.
Listen.
Don't hit me softly.
Listen. You know what? Me and Phoenix have got two different styles. Phoenix has got his own style in my eyes. I've got my own style in my eyes. It's down to the people. That's how I can put it. Like, you know what I mean? It's down to the individual. You know what I mean? It's
so have you not got your playlist ready, or are you gonna play the song based on what the person before played?
I got my playlist ready.
Both of that. I'm playing all original tracks. No mixtape beats. I'm playing all original tracks. No features. All my tracks. Straight out the studio.
If you have mixtapes, I'm sure you play them, G.
Oh,
you would if you had.
Okay.
And that's not even a shot. That's not even a shot.
Listen, but
I started with a mixtape. My first project, Baptism Under Fire, was a mixtape.
Yeah, man. Big up, bro. I took that to New York. When I went to New York, I was listening to that.
Oh, love, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. But what
I said overseas.
You softened my heart now, bro. You removed the venom. You bastard. You bloody bastard.
All part of my tactics. What I said to Phoenix the other day, I said to Phoenix that, you know what we should do to take this to another level? Let's make a project. We go to like 10 producers. I get a beat off a producer, you get a beat off the same producer, and we have a whole project where we're clashing, but we don't even know what tunes we're making. Then we drop the album or the project, and the whole thing is a clash.
You know what? That's a mad thing. When I was looking at the Beanie and Bounty thing yesterday, I was like watching the old clashes and that, and it came like when I was reading about the history of it, there was an album in the mix of it. Like, I don't know if it was just a thing put together of their songs. Like, I need to check what it is properly. But I was like, right, these man had a clash album as well.
They've been clashing for years.
Hold up.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Peaches.
Can't you take her off mute?
It says ask to unmute. All right.
Unmute. I've unmuted. You look good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Firstly,
Good, Peach.
Firstly, I have to salute each and every single one of you. You understand? All of you are my brothers.
Love.
You understand? No
And
matter
sister.
what. See, and sister, I've seen you all along the journey at some shape or form. Hey, I see you. But what I wanted to say, in regards of the clashes, the verses, I'm only gonna say this here, that Erykah Badu and the Jill Scott, Jill Scott, that was live. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, all the other verses that actually bored me to death.
Yeah,
I'm just keeping it real. Yeah? I just think that for a verses, I want to see some flames. Yeah, and I was bored. The clash with Beanie and that, I was bored for a big portion of the
way.
Hold on, stop. There was a point, where I was bored. I was like, this is taking too long. There's bare talking. There was a portion of it. And then after that, it got into the thing and it was flames. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna say. It was a build-up. But there was a big portion, especially when we're in quarantine. Yeah. I'm just saying, I wanted to see a little bit more Star. You understand?
Okay.
And regarding what was said earlier, between Phoenix, the Icefire and G-Bag, I'm gonna say this. The UK, we have some serious talent, However, it's not often that an artist is the whole package. I'm saying style, lyrics, I'm talking about flow, I'm talking about the whole shebang, beat, everything marinated together, and it's just all that, a boom bang.
She's right.
And I'm talking about, for me, I came into the hip hop, like I'm through Deal Real, so we're talking about me. I came in, started experiencing really UK hip hop when I come out of Penn. So we're talking about 2003, 2004. And I'm not gonna lie, as much as I was hosting a lot of events, I was like, some of these events are but bloody boring, And I mean, because I was so used to hearing this kind of like mundane kind of flow, and I wanted something that was gonna erupt me. You get what I'm saying? Like bounce, some energy, and there's some people who had some serious bars, you understand, but there was something else missing. Like some people don't have personality. I'm just keeping it.
Yes, real.
When I'm saying about the whole package, I'm talking about everything. You understand? I'm saying, Nova, I've seen you grow over the years, and I'm like, yo, I prefer how you're moving now as an artist. You get it? You're spitting now as an artist. But before, I was gonna say like, okay, I want to hear something different. When Ben and you do your things, I was like excited. You understand? I'm talking about the days when Muslims were about and Task Force and all of them. There was times when I was getting it, but then at the same time, I was like, some of these events weren't really doing it for me because people was just like quite conservative, quite dead. Like, come on, embrace the vibrations. Let's feel the power of creativity. You feel me?
Yes.
Let's bring some style and pattern. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
That's why
I'm master of ceremonies. You understand? And none of you booked me to come and be master of the ceremonies for your event because you know I'm just gonna make people know, innit?
You know what? But just as you said that, it's done. It's in my launch party. You and Curop, man. You and Curop.
Did you see when it was me and Curop? We done it at where were we again? We were at what's it called down what's it? Mix.
Rich Mix? Is it Rich Mix?
We were down there. That was nice hosting with him, and that's when you done your thing, Phoenix. I'm gonna say Phoenix. Like, I have been listening to Phoenix over the years, and when he's talking about the kind of stuff, everybody keeps on doing the same kind of stories or telling the same kind of stuff. In regards to when I listen to Phoenix, when he's hitting you with education, spirituality, not just showing you the culture that we all know out here, but he's also giving you food for thought. He's challenging the listener. You understand? And on top of that, he's got some style. G-Bag, who's just tore it up
for the end of the weeks and certain, but he's just earning his pee. You understand? Eating up mans. You understand? And I've heard a couple commentaries when I'm out and about, like,
dangerous.
So who do you think should have got it, P? Like G-Bag just nabbed it, or G-Bag got it? Because there's been a couple artists who come to my poetry event and they've also, you know, shared, like, they started coming to poetry events now. G-Bag's got them flipping it up.
Really?
But the truth be told, there is beautiful magic power in the arts, in creativity, in hip-hop. And if anybody's got a skill, you understand, not everybody who raps is necessarily a rapper. Some people should stick with poetry, you understand, and learn the art of spoken word. Some people who are spoken word, like I'll tell you, what's his name again? George the Poet. George the Poet, he was a rapper first, before he was a poet. And he was a shit rapper, but he's a fucking bad art spoken word artist.
Yeah, hard.
You understand? So it's
place.
like, but sometimes people have to find their place. You understand? And I think that in time, we as people, as artists, we evolve. Yeah. And it's like we have to also, as an artist, do some real true soul searching and say to ourselves, you know what? Am I all right with this? I want to do this. I want to be a rapper, but it doesn't mean necessarily that I am that. So you know what? Because I used to write bars and try to rap and all that. But I'm an asthmatic, and my breathing and smoking didn't really help. So then now I changed my flow into poetry and or spoken word, but my way. You understand? Because I'm a creator, so I create, and I do it my way in my talking format. And the truth, it gets a lot of love. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about people finding their niche and excelling in that, mastering the craft. But if you're going for the people, then you have to think about being all. It's about everything. There's no half step in here. And especially in this climate, I want to see how people are really going to push the boat out now. You understand? But that's me, over and out. I heard Supernova. We ain't got all night. You understand what?
Love,
Nah,
people.
man. Come back.
No, sis. Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. Please, let me say one thing. You know about what I deal with on the next. You know, I deal with the whole shamanism, and I deal with a whole bunch of spiritual, like real spiritual shit. Yeah, like you see, the thing is about dealing with these kind of things. You have to challenge yourself. Yeah, you have to challenge yourself, and you have to confront fear. And what I'm seeing in the whole world in general is a lot of fearful people. And a lot of fearful people are trying to create stuff. And it's like, yo, you're not going to expand the box that you are creating from if you are in fear. You need to challenge that.
100%.
So a lot of people that I'm seeing holding the mic, they're not even in a space where they're qualified, fully qualified within themselves to be speaking, bro. Like on a real, like, that's how I feel.
We gotta let them get there, though.
Scared person talking about.
We gotta let them get there. We gotta let them get there and take their time. You know, like Peaches was saying that.
Also, most people are shook in it. So what we're gonna tell everyone?
People disguise violence. People disguise being shook with being violent. And being egotistical and talking about their cars and their bling and whatever and getting money, and really they're scared people. And I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing all the fear and everything. Like everything.
Of course, but do you know what, bro? Like if we look at the drill artists, like we mentioned earlier, yeah, that's a perfect example of what you're talking about. These guys, like they're rapping about violence, they're rapping about what they're going through in their life, they're rapping on experience of fear that they're actually living and going through. But we gotta let them do that, in my opinion, because
I'm not saying we ain't gotta let them do that. I'm not saying not to, but what I'm saying is, like, we need to move on from the fear. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, they have to be able to evolve from that.
You know what? I agree. Sorry, I agree in regards of people need to be able to express, and be able to share whatever they're going through, because it's a vice, However, I believe that as much as I work with young people in it, and I'm saying to the young people,
so do I.
I know most of us do, you know what I mean? So my thing is that when we're talking about express, at the same time, I'm saying to them, all right, But when you're doing that, I want you to come up with, I want you to turn around and give me a story. Does the story end like that? Or are we going to go somewhere? Do you want other people to follow in the lead? So I will challenge them. I will challenge them like, yo, cool, do that. But I want you to, I'm going to push you in it. Don't just give me what you know. I want you to look beyond that.
Yeah, 100%.
Music, when we're as musicians, artists, we have a duty as far as I'm concerned. We are influencers. So when we're sending out certain vibrations, i.e., I believe words are power, we have to know what spells, if you like, we're putting out there. Remember, I'm one of those people who I've got a tongue which there's two, as we know, there's two sides there. It's an edged sword, yeah. So for me, it's like, yo, my mouth can be harsh, but I want people to do better than me. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say to you, I want people to push me, just like I will push artists. You get what I'm saying? It's like what's his name again? Swiss, yeah. We were at an event and I was hosting, and then I was sat down and I said something about a girl in a wig, yeah. And I was like, if somebody saw you, we would have just looked at you like a blimbo, yeah. And I was like, and he said, P, and that's because she had a wig on and stuff. And then he goes, P, you don't know if she's got alopecia. And I was like, oh yeah. Like sometimes I'm there talking before I'm actually thinking. There could be, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short is, I just say we need to be mindful what we're putting out there. Have fun, express yourself. But I want you to know what you're sending out there to some youth who's now 12 years old or 10 years old, saying X, Y, Z. Hello, there's so much more. That's all I'm saying.
Well, this is a much bigger conversation that we've touched on a few times.
This is right in line. Do you know why I say this is right in line?
You
know why I say this is right in line? I say this is right in line because of the album that I've just dropped. Yeah, like the album that I've just dropped is called Panacea, and it means cure for all ills. I'm talking about the earth. I'm talking about battling with depression and possession. I'm talking about fucking the time I had a UFO come in my fucking yard. I'm talking about the time I spoke to God. Like all of these different things.
Wait. Why do people just try to skip past dope shit like to say they didn't say it? A UFO came into the yard.
Yeah, people ain't fucking listening. I fucking said it.
All right, break it down. Oh, you need to come back and talk about the UFO. That's really it.
Reload!
I want you to come back and talk about UK hip hop and how it was in them days, because your perspective is important. I don't hear that perspective enough, but that's how I felt them days as well. I felt unwelcome a lot of times.
Let me just say while Peaches is here, yeah, I've told this story a few times, but never on this platform with Peaches here, yeah. And that's why Peaches is the greatest host of all time. Because like I was shooting maybe my first ever music video, maybe the second, but I done an A-side, B-side vinyl, 2002 it came out. And I think it must have been 2003 that I was shooting a video. I was shooting it in Kung Fu in the daytime when the venue was setting up. And we had a camera crew, etc. They done the Skinny Man Cancer State of Mind video later and a film called The Plague. But this was their first music video too. And I had bare people there. We got this whole club scene, but there was no one organizing it or no organization. I don't even remember if I invited Peaches or who invited who. Peaches came down there, yeah, with a gang of dancers, yeah, for one, like with like a whole gang of people, girls, whole crew, and she just immediately took over the whole situation and done what was needed in that moment to say, right, you lot over there by the bar, we're setting up this shot. This is going to be the shot. This is what it's going to be. And she just directed the whole video. And I would have never made that video. It would have never come out like that. So I always thank her for that, you know.
When I first met Peach, I just could tell.
What is this?
Listen.
This is your line.
No, you speak with authority. You speak with that authority, and
this is what I wanted from you, Abby. This why I was
all round entertainer.
your divine, feminine, powerful energy, sis.
You know, making me
Don't
go
be
all
afraid.
shy. Like,
Yeah, don't be afraid of that, sis. Don't be afraid
no,
to
you
that.
know
man.
what?
Like,
To be honest, I'm gonna say this. Like, for me, it's not even a thing. Because when I met you, Nova, and you were doing your video shoot, like, to be honest, it was like you're trying to do something, innit? So the way I saw it is like nobody's organizing that, and like somebody has to step up. And the aim, I'm out here for your video shoot. So for me, it's like once I realized the dilemma, it's like rather than come and be one of those people stressing you out, let's come with a solution. And I think in the whole of the music, in this whole, not even the music scene, in life, that is the problem. Most of us are not willing to actually go and invest, unite with people, bring our resources, our skill set. Or some people, even when we do, some people are actually threatened by it, feel like you're trying to take over. And it was just blessed.
And that's fear.
That's what you weren't. You get what I'm saying?
And that is fear. And and going back to what I was saying, like for the fact that I mentioned that I had a UFO come into my yard and everyone is like, whoa, that's a madness. Like the whole fact of the matter is, nobody is living in reality right now. What people think is normal is really just some plastic wrapping over this real world that is going. I've seen all sorts up close and personal. And it's like, I've spoken to at least 5 people and they've had similar experiences to me. And there's so many other people out there experiencing these things and everyone's all scared to talk about it. They're all scared.
In fact, they're not just scared.
Scared of this reality.
People are scared though, people are scared though. But the reason why people are scared is because when people start talking like that, let's put it like this. Ben just went, whoa. Let's go back. Because it's not every day we're hearing people talk about UFOs coming into their front rooms. You understand? Let's go back to that.
My bedroom, sis.
You just said that, and then I'm like, look how many people have been locked up in mental institutions, for talking half the shit that is being said now. Because I remember, when I first moved to North London in '95, away from Northwest, and I met Skinny and all of them, Tibbs, like Nova, Mongo, just all of them. And for me, it was like them times there. I remember brothers talking about ID implants and chips, and they tell me that I'm sick. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, hold on a minute. In this quarantine, I'm like, hold on a minute. Look, I swear we were talking about that in the 90s and all the 80s and all them things there. And then people were talking about we were nuts or we're just some rebels, you understand, who were just about bunning weed and just doing BS. But the truth be told is we had knowledge and we were putting it in the bars and explaining about the politics that they're all talking about. You understand? The politics to be precise.
And a lot of it happened. But a lot of it literally already happened. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You got to see it like this, Peaches. On the last show, we had a guy who had like electromagnetic machine, like to go and test things in the street. And then I did the same thing, like, because he just said it in mid-sentence as well, like my guy would do. And I was like, no, break it down, stop. And then later on, we had other people come on. And then someone literally said, like, oh, don't be like those EMI, those electromagnetic detector guys. Exactly. At the beginning, this guy explained how he uses it, and so the stuff he was saying made sense. So I'm like, if people don't talk about it when they do go through it, then that's how people, when other people are going through it, like that's how they get put in mental health places.
Exactly.
But it's reality, and it's like my thing is, it's like I'm a fucking warrior. I'm a warrior, and it's like if you're holding the mic and you've been gifted the it's like, this is how I see purpose. We come in there and everyone's got tools in their toolbox, and it's like that is part of your purpose. Like I've been gifted to write and to rap, and like it's a gift what I've got, and it's my duty to fucking talk about what is really going on. We're channelers. When we say inspiration, that's something coming into us. That's inspiration is coming, and everyone's channels is blocked. And because their channels are blocked, they're not saying the right things. They're not saying what needs to be said because
they're on the physical
scared.
realm, my brother. Let me just stop you. They're dealing with the physical. They're not dealing with the spiritual. And it goes back to what Brother Nova was saying. What Nova was saying earlier on, and that which was just reinforcing what I said is that everybody's at different stages. You understand?
I know that.
Like,
I know.
Not just artists. I know you know this, but it has to be said. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes the things that we're saying, I just think we have to just say it what it is. I think people just need to do better and go deeper, because when 9 times out of 10, I can tell somebody to do better, and they're looking at me like, yo, I got up this morning. That's do better. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, in the knowledge that you have, my brother, and that's why I commend you, the knowledge that you have and how you put it into your art form, for me, is remarkable. I can listen to you. You understand? But then you also bring the knowledge that I can go and research. You bring the style, and you got some dope ass beats. You understand? And everything else, and you bring that into hip hop, into expressing, as well as into your life. You know what I mean? So you practice what you preach and you share. It's about who's willing to listen.
We're gonna bring all 3 of you back separately. G-Bag in a month when you drop
Why separately?
Well, you can all come on together, because we're gonna have the God versus Science one real soon. I feel like you lot will have good.
Okay.
We're gonna invite a lot of people onto that one though as well. That's gonna be like a big debate with the whole. We've done a few like this. We've done a few where there's been like 10 people in here going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
God versus Science. Yeah.
Let me just say one thing. Yeah. Check out that track that I did on the album called Cosmic Soul. I put all of it in there. Word for fucking word. Yeah, word for word. Yeah,
look, man,
Peaches,
this is definitely.
Peaches, who you want to win then?
I love you. Love you.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. I love G-Bag. I love Phoenix Da Icefire. Me personally, I have to listen on the night. Yeah, on the 30th, I have to listen, and I'm gonna be honest when I'm listening live, because you know what? What I know of them both individually, I know more about Phoenix Da Icefire than I do of G-Bag, yeah? But I've heard G-Bag more recently than I have of Phoenix Da Icefire. But then at the same time, I'm like this. The 30th of May, I'm going to be listening live, and then I'll be able to give my verdict. True, no in-betweens, no sitting on the benches. We just got to say it. You understand what I said?
Hold on, Nova. What? Out of all the battles you watch, what makes it that you give it to the winner? What is it that you look for? What's the attributes, or is it just a track?
Just let Peaches talk, and it's done. Let Peaches talk.
For me, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, what makes the winner the winner? That's the question for you guys. Yeah, what makes the winner the winner?
Is it tracks that you like? Because you probably know more of Phoenix's tunes than mine.
I know more of, like, I'm not to do with, like, I just know that I'm going to be watching in it, and if I'm in commentary, I'll be writing my verdict. You understand what I'm saying? And possibly the next day I might go and do a live and give my verdict.
There you go.
What I'm saying? If it was really fire for me to do a live, you get it?
Yes.
So
you know what, though,
who produced the goods.
Do you know what? Yeah, the one I put a thing saying, like asking who won after the Bounty and Beanie clash. And someone replied to me, the culture. So that's just one thing I'm going to remember for this clash you lot are putting together. That whoever wins, the culture's going to win, and it's dope that you're putting it together, man. So, you know, 30th, everybody tune in.
That one's a cop-out, bro.
Biscuits thing. That's the tea and biscuits thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand.
The tea and biscuits.
Yeah, brother.
Wi-Fi connection,
but it is for the culture.
Sound quality, is very important, because certain time I can't even tell if man won or lost because his sound quality was so bad in some of them.
Can't even hear, man.
And then also just energy, come with the energy, you know the ones.
All right, man. Listen, big up for everyone who's come through, man. Big up to G-Bag, big up to Phoenix Da Icefire, big up to Peaches. We're gonna be back with another show on Thursday at 8 p.m. and we've got Genesis Elijah coming on with someone called Vic Bain, who's a campaigner for women in music. They had a disagreement on Twitter the other day about not enough women being represented on his show. And
She said it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that women being represented, but
Yeah,
all
exactly.
women need to
Peaches,
come forward
Peaches,
too.
come. Do you know what? Come on the show as well. Like I would like to. I'd love to have more women in this conversation. So Thursday we're gonna be having that conversation. I'm gonna get up the link by tomorrow, so the link for everyone to click, set a reminder, and everything will be there.
And I'll
But
be
yeah,
promoting
Thursday.
this as well. I'll be promoting. Make sure you sends me these things so I can promote on my own platforms for
I will
you guys
do,
as
man.
well.
I will
You
do. I will
understand?
Hey,
do.
Abby, I want to hear more of your voice next time, man. I want to hear your presence. I want to feel your presence, sister, because it's freaking valid. It's valid and it's appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
Trust.
And any man who's afraid to hear a strong woman is a weak man. You get me? And that's their problem, sis. That's their problem. So don't
Abby, I
carry
love
that.
your headboard.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
I love it.
All right, Flip Life Lockdown. We out here, man.
Bye.
Thursday.
All right, then. All right. Peace.